Thanks for joining me. Look, when women with broken jaws and teeth from domestic violence situations started regularly turning up at her clinic, Brisbane dentist Dr Sonia Sonia knew her job wasn't just about fixing their appearance, it was also about making a difference in their lives. A dentist with 3 successful surgeries, a celebrated businesswoman and a philanthropist. Oh, and a beauty queen with 2 titles under her belt as well. Dr Sonia has started a national not-for-profit organisation called Restored, which offers free dental and health services to survivors of domestic and family violence and sexual abuse. And Dr Sonia is here to tell us about how she's helping these people. Hello, Dr Sonia. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you very much for having me.
Let's go back to your young life in India firstly.
Yes.
When did things start to go bad at home?
When I was 15, I clearly remember the night when it happened. And I think it was mostly that mum was involved in it for far too long, but it's just because I came in the middle and started protecting her. And that's where it came up to me that now you're part of it as well, and that's where I copped it. But as the sexual abuse goes on, the woman objectification is everywhere, and I think it's everywhere. It's everywhere. It's in India, it's in Australia. The kids get abused, the females specifically get abused. So sexual abuse it's not hidden. It's everywhere. It's in every part of the world. We probably just close our eyes a little bit and don't want to look at it.
What did that do to a young 15-year-old?
At 15-year-old, you don't have that analytical power. So you start thinking, what's wrong with me? What am I doing wrong? And you're trying to make things right. And you think that, oh, if I do this, this will stop. And you blame yourself. You create that belief at emotional level that there was something wrong with me. But that's what I want to tell all the young girls and all the survivors, that there is nothing wrong with you. There is nothing you could have done to stop it or to provoke it. So don't blame yourself, come out of it. I did hit the rock bottom as well, where I wanted to commit suicide. And then there were people around me who helped me. And my mum was a fighter. She said, you have the weapon. She was a teacher and I was bloody good at my studies. And she said, use it and get out of it. Really? And that was my goal, that I am going to be a doctor and I'm going to help myself, but my mum as well, to come out of it. My dad was a great dad. He was with me for 30 years. And those 5 years of abuse, I don't know what happened. And it's the same thing. I think this question why, lurk over us and we don't know the answer of it. But he was a great dad for 25 years. But yes, those 5 years were shady and they still pinch me somewhere a little bit.
Do they? How did you get out of it then? Mum gave you that advice and you said, yep, okay,
yes,
I'm going to get some strength and I'm going to do this. So what was your next step?
I did study and I did crack my exams to get into the medical college. And once I got into the medical college, it gave me that confidence where I went and I said, this is wrong. And as I went into the medical college, I think the same common sense came in and I was a little bit more mature. So we did sit down with him and we did talk to him. Well, that was a job of a therapist, but therapist is not very common with especially men's because they don't think there is anything wrong with them. But as a family, we did sit down together and talked. And that's when he said, sorry.
Oh, wow.
He did say sorry to us and we did forgive him. We forgive him for our peace of mind. And seeing that, apology probably was enough to take the heartache.
You then left India.
Yes.
So how did you come to that decision? And did your mum stay behind with your dad?
Yes, my mum stayed behind and things were fine at home after that. Things were fine. Those 5 years were gone and everything was fine. But the woman objectification, I have always been a kind of girl who is, I'm equal to men. Or, why should I face Eve teasing? I'm not saying anything to you, so why would you say this to me? And I remember the evenings where I will go to the market and I'll be Eve teased and I will come home and I will cry in front of my husband that I don't want to go out. I haven't done anything wrong. And that search led me out of India. I didn't know much about Australia, but it looked pretty on Discovery Channel. And I came and I told my husband, I'm going to go. And he was very supportive from the start. He said, okay, go. And I remember I came to Australia. I was alone by myself, no friends, no family, no one. And I sat in Brisbane City. And I sat from morning 9 o'clock till 11 o'clock in the night. And I was gobsmacked that no one looked at me. No one even teased me. I was free. This was an amazing feeling. And I rang him at 11 o'clock in the night and I said, you know what? I'm not coming back. I've found my country.
Yeah.
And he was like, are you okay? And I said, no, I'm safe. I feel safe. And one thing I want to say is Australia is a community-oriented country. That's what I feel. We believe in friendships. We believe in relationships. And this is an absolutely perfect country where these survivors not only survive, but they can thrive. And we can be an example out there to the world, say, hey, look, we've done this. And these people can thrive in this community and can be the best version of themselves.
ABC Radio Brisbane and Queensland. I'm speaking with Dr Sonia Sonia, who is helping change the lives of domestic violence survivors through her own dentistry work and her own experience back home. So you're here in Australia. Your husband then came?
Yes.
That's
yes.
good. I'm staying here.
Yeah. No. He did came and he joined me. Yeah.
Let me know then how often or how difficult it is for you to treat domestic violence survivors. Is it difficult because you remember what you went through, or how do you help them through what you went through?
It is both. It will come back. Every time I will see them, the emotions do come back. But last year I went public with the story, and one of the girl came up to me and she said, oh, I'm so sorry, you were a victim, I didn't know. And it did pinch me. Victim means sacrificial animal. We're not victims, we're fighters, we're survivors. So when they come in, the one thing I'll say is my experience has made me a little bit more intuitive. I see signs. I can sense. And trust me, I have done this where there was this woman, she wouldn't open up to me. I saw her twice and I wrote down my number on my card, my mobile number, and I said, you know what, ring me. If you need me, ring me. And after 3 months, she rang me at 9:30 in the night because that was the only number she had. And I knew there was something wrong. No one would believe me in the team. They said, no, you're just being oversensitive. But I see signs, and the signs are everywhere. Can you believe that 1 in 3 women face violence or abuse? That means every third house you walk past in your suburb. That's the harsh reality of it. So there are signs everywhere. This is for far too long. We think that this is a private issue. This is behind closed door. People are dying behind closed door. Till date, 22 women since January this year have been killed in Australia by the partner they love in their own house.
Yeah.
Doesn't get scarier than this.
Frightening statistics. How many women then did you see coming to your dentistry practice with these injuries, broken jaws, broken teeth that they wanted you to fix up?
Yes, many. I've been treating them for 4 years, and we do a dental rescue day where we treat them for free as well. Many, countless. And you cannot, the stories you hear in the news, the stories you read in the newspaper, I am that story. These people are that story. They're right in front of me. And you know what? Our stories are probably not the worst one. The worst story is where they're not alive to tell their story.
Yeah. Would they be open with you about what happened, or would they just say, look, I broke my tooth?
Not all of them. I say to everyone that mouth is your second most private part of body. And if they're trusting you with that, they're believing with you with that, then if you just work a little bit more towards it, see those signs. And I truly believe the Australian dentist with highest standard of care nowadays, they don't just look at your teeth, they look at you as an individual. So trust your dentist, believe in them and open up to them. I'm not saying that we will go to authorities or you go to authorities, but have someone who have your back, have someone who knows what you're going through. Who knows? You might end up saving a life.
Have you ever been forced to go to an authority after something you've seen?
Yes, I have gone to the court and I have willingly gone to the court as well, where they were so scared that they were not able to face that individual. So I stood by her and I said, look, I'm here, and don't you dare to be scared of anything.
Tell me about Restore, this new charity that you're setting up, a not-for-profit organisation.
Yes. Restored Be a Helping Hand is not-for-profit organisation. We will launch it later this year. This will help in restoring smiles, confidence, self-esteem, but above all, restoring them as an individual so that they can go and attend job interviews. And we have done this where, they're so embarrassed to go in public and smile because their teeth are not up to the standard or they're in pain. And I went to one woman where I said, you should be brushing your teeth twice. And she said, you know what, Dr. Sonia, when you don't even know you're going to survive the night or not, teeth are not on the priority. And I get that. So when they come to you, look after them, and that's what we will be doing. The Restored has joined hand with dentists across Australia and probably international as well, where people can come in and we will treat them for free. And it's not just fixing one tooth or two teeth, just restoring everything so that they can go back, attend job interviews and live their life.
So how many dentists do you have on board?
I have nearly 18 dentists on board, and we have raised more than $150,000 worth of free services. And this is free. This is not government. This is dentists across Australia joining hands and doing something for the community to make it a better world.
Yeah. How many dentists would you like to see join?
Everyone.
Yeah.
Everyone. Anything you can do. And I'm not saying do a filling for free, do an exam for free, just do anything for free with these people because they don't have resources. They don't have resources.
Dr Sonia Sonia is helping change the lives of domestic violence survivors. She's done a lot of things in her life, fled an abusive situation in India, now here, as I said, helping others. You've worked with several charity organisations before this?
Yes, I have.
What sort of ones?
I have worked with, one is the one of the closest one is this one. I have worked with the Cancer Council as well. We recently did a great shave where my team actually shaved their heads.
Oh, really?
Yes, it was an amazing experience. I have worked with few cleaning services in India as well, where you clean the community. Yeah.
It's just something that you feel you need to do to help others.
Yes, any difference I can make. And one of my friends said to me recently, you don't have to go all about it. You can just donate money. And I said, one of the easiest thing I can do is a direct debit.
Yeah.
One of the hardest thing to do is give your time and your services. And that's what we're doing.
And that's what people need.
That's what people need.
What sort of obstacles did you face, though, setting up Restore, or have you faced?
The biggest one is the knowledge. To set up a company is a difficult task. And I couldn't believe that as I went to the dentist, I asked them, they were all so open. They said, all right, $10,000, $15,000. They wouldn't even think twice. And if I go to an accountant or I go to a lawyer, I get $500 an hour bill. So it's charity.
Yes.
I am in the night, I'm up to 2 o'clock trying to read information about it, trying to email people and join hands. So this is one of the biggest challenge I am facing, is setting up this company properly so that I can go international and I will not face any law situation and, trusting people and believing people. Plus, I want to set it up right so that I don't have to go back and change it.
It's a wonderful thing you're doing.
Thank you.
Let's talk about the other things that you have. For example, you've got 2 titles under your belt, beauty queen titles.
Yes.
Now tell me about those.
I am Mrs. Earth South Pacific, and I am Mrs. Global Community Queen as well. And I'm actually flying to US today to compete at international level. I'll be representing Australia in more than 40 countries. And I'm blessed. As a survivor, I am blessed that I'm on that platform that will help me with the organization and the charity as well. But again, it was a dream. As growing up as a teenager, who doesn't love Miss World and Miss Universe?
Yeah.
But at that time, it was more about securing the future and being a doctor. So when last year the ad came across, I'm like, why not?
And it's Earth
tribe.
Mother, you said, Miss.
Mrs. Earth, yes. Mrs.
So is that
Earth.
more to do with the environment?
It is more to do with the environment, and that's where there are many competition you can go for. But Earth I chose because it was more for the environment and the cleaning and not using, plastic bottles, and 500 billion coffee cups end up, in the water or wherever.
Yeah.
So why not use reusable cups, and why use plastic bottles? Use glass or whatever. And the other one is the Global Community Queen, which is all about community services and things. And to participate into that, one of the criteria is you have to have at least minimum 30 hours of community service under your belt. So which other job requires that? Do you ask that in interview? No, they do. And that's where I applied for that one as well.
All the very best with that. So
Thank you very much.
Will we be able to find out if you've won?
Yes, I will. I will put it on the Facebook. I have my pages as well, but I will put it on your page as well.
All right.
I'll send it to you.
Great. The other thing I just want to ask you about is you're not going to fly yourself there, are you? Because you're going for a pilot's license or something, are you?
No. Yes, I am a trainee recreational pilot. That was another one of my dream, and to fly. And my dream is to fly my mum in a jet plane as well. So yes, once I get the license of the jet plane, that will be one thing I want to do as well.
Well, good luck.
Yes,
congratulations. You are an inspiration.
Oh, thank you.
And all the very best with the work you are doing for domestic violence survivors. Restored
Yes.
is the name of your not-for-profit organisation. How can people find out a little bit more about that when it's launched?
When it will be launched, we will put it on every media outlet. We'll send you the link as well if you're kind enough to do
Yes,
publish it, and
definitely.
we will put it everywhere. Just ask for it. The one thing you can do is ask for help, and I will find you.
Great message.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr Sonia Sonia.
Thank you very
Restored.
much.
Keep an eye on Dr Sonia Sonia. And if you do need help, there is somewhere to go and people to talk to like Dr Sonia. Thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you very much. Have a great day.